Lady Cardinals and Lady Raiders. Rivera on the call this afternoon at a noon start here in Harlingen, Texas. Cardinals coming off a big win last week against Harlingen South in 4 sets. Key wins were Julie Bryant. She did excellent last week. I was there last Saturday. And as we get started, see how these Lady Raiders continue their season. I've heard a lot of great things about this team. And I've seen a lot of great things about this Cardinal team, but we've got get ready to serve in just a few moments. Getting the last few final things together, and we'll be on your way here in Harlingen in just a few moments. We welcome you back to Harlingen High School. We got volleyball action shortly, and as we get ready here, getting the last final few things together. Checking the ball, make sure it's right, and here we go from Harlingen, Texas. Here we go, first serve. Nice, he gets it over the net, and here we go. Nice there, Destiny's going to set it up. Julie is going to get it right over the net. 15's going to set up 9 in the back end. Nicely done there defensively. Right over the net. Nicely done there. Number 10. In the back end, here we go. Destiny's going to set it up in the middle. There you go, nice save, but Rivera gets the first point of the game. One zero Harlingen. And we have 2-0 Harlingen. And here we go, back to serve is number 6. Gonna get it right over the net and perfectly done, nice job. Destiny sets up Julie in the bottom of your screen. Over the net perfectly. Here goes Bryant. Nicely done by number 30, just get right there in great position. Nicely done there in the back end. Over the net. You set up Bryant over the net, but out of bounds. That's 3-0 for Browns Rivera. They're starting off excellent early in this game. But here we go. Nicely done. Destiny's going to get it right over to Julie. Julie. Nicely done there. Bryant hits it kind of hard, and that's not the start she wants, as Browns Rivera now leads 4-0. Destiny sets up Bryant at the bottom. Nicely done as they get their first point of the game. And here comes number 17 for Harlingen. It's a 4-1 lead for Brownsville. Puts it up nicely there and puts it in. With thing that I've noticed is Harlingen gets off to slow starts. I've watched them a couple times this year, and one thing that they do struggle with is getting off to a fast start. His Destiny sets up Julie there. Nicely done by Rivera to keep it alive. Nice hit in the back end, but keeps it alive. Bryant set up Will nicely. Good jump and good timing as Harlingen High School puts up another point. Going back to what I was saying is Harlingen High School does get off to some slow starts. And it's not a bad thing because they always find a way to win. But it's not great either. And they just kind of fall short every once in a while. Here goes. Nicely done over the net. Up and over the net. We got a little rally here. Harlingen. Bryant over the net. Couldn't find a hole as they continue the possession. Out of bounds, and Harlingen will come back and add another point of their own. As we've got nice set there by Rivera. It is now 6-3. Nicely done there. Keep it alive. Rivera getting ready to set up and off the net, and that's going to fall short. And Harlingen will come within 2 points of this game. Here we go. He sets it up at the top of the screen. Nicely done there, laying out and continuing the possession, but Harlingen High School will come up with the point. As we've got a good volleyball game so far, evenly matched nicely. One thing I do think is going to come up to this game is the way the rotations end up down later in the stretch. But here we go. Nicely done there. Get it over the net, and here we go. Destiny's going to set up right there, and nicely done to get it over the net. Set up number 30. Here we go. The back end, setting it up at the top of your screen again, and she puts it in. 5-7. Cardinals are down 5-7. Rivera doing a nice job early of kind of trying to gain control of this game. Kind of have some leverage later in the game, but nice stuff there at the net. But that's what you have to do. You have to keep leverage. And doing that is a big deal. Here we go. Harlingen adds another point of their own, 6-7. And we get ready to serve it over the net. Here comes Harlingen High School. Nicely done, just barely gets it over the net. Hit at the net. Harlingen High School getting ready to set it up. Bottom of the screen. Up and over. Nicely done there. Barely gets it over. And the point will go to Browns Rivera. (6-4), 6-8. Getting ready to serve at the back end. Here we go. And that's going to be out. And kind of thought it's a little bit too much on that hit. As the Cardinals get ready to serve it. I believe the 4th time in this game. Up and over the net. Getting ready at the bottom of the screen. Just getting over the net. And they put it in. Nice way to respond there after that miscue by the serve on Rivera's behalf. But here we go. Ooh, nice hit there by the Cardinals. And they bring it within 1. They've been, after going down 4-0 in the game, they're on a 8-5 run. And that's out, and Rivera will take another point. And that's the lead, 10-8. Kind of hitting it harder over the net isn't something that you want to do if you're Rivera and the Cardinals. Have a little bit of struggle with that early. Destiny's going to set up there at the bottom of your screen. Bryant in the back end is going to not be successful, but nice hard hit there. And the Cardinals will have a little bit of miscue, but they're able to get it right, barely over the net. And serving it, nicely done there. We'll have a rally here. Serving it up, put it behind her. Bryant in the back end. Nicely done there, but bring it within 1 point. But here comes Destiny in the back end, getting ready to hit it over the net. And they tie it up just like that, 10-10 here at Harlingen High School. Destiny getting it over the net. Here we go. Cardinals trying to take the lead for the first time in this ball game. Bryant will do successfully as the Cardinals take their first lead of tonight's game. Destiny gets ready to serve it. Up and over the net. And here we go. Lady Raiders try and respond here. Bryant, nicely done. A hard hit over the net. As they get set up there, I'm watching the way they communicate, and they communicate really well with each other, as do the Cardinals. And Rivera ties it up, 11-11 in game number 1. Here comes the serve from Rivera. Brian's going to tip it right over the net. It's going to be short, but it's successful. It goes off the hands of number 22, then goes in the back end, and no one's able to dive for it. Cardinals taking the lead. 12-11. This game's been kind of back and forth. Early 4-0 lead for Rivera. That's erased, and the Cardinals now lead 12-11. And not so greatly handled there. Is going to add to the Cardinal lead. She kind of went the opposite way with that ball. She tried to slant it over the net. And here we go. Bryant getting right up with the net. Here comes 30. Nice hard hit. Destiny's going to set up Julie in the back of the screen. And that was correct. That was successfully hit over the net. That went off the shoe. And that's in bounds, and Rivera will add a point. That was one of the craziest things I've seen. I noticed it just went nicely and smoothly up and over the net. But off her shoe, and it kept her drive alive. And here we are. Cardinals up, and that will add to their lead. (14-12), Harlingen High School lead over Brownsville Rivera. And that's going to hit the net, and Rivera will get a break there and add a point, and they will get ready to serve. A lot of communication for both squads. One thing I've noticed that's excellent about these two teams is they know how to talk and communicate and does themselves up for success. You can see on that one, getting ready to do that, and this is now 14-14. And they tie it up just like that. Here you go, nice setup and serve for Destiny. That's successful. And that's going to fall short of the net, but they're going to be able to dive for it and pick that one up. And the point will go to Harlingen High School. It is now 15-14. The Cardinals get ready to serve. And here come the Cardinals again, trying to add on to their lead. As they're successful, they're up 16-14. Here come the Cardinals, getting ready. Nice jump and serve for the Cardinals, getting right over the net. Number 15 is going to set up 30 in the back end. Nice dive there. Destiny's going to try and push it in the back end of the court. Not successful. Destiny's getting ready to set it up there over the net. She does well on that possession. Nicely done there, and the Cardinals add a point there. It's now 17-14. The set's slowly slipping away from Rivera. They had a good sizable lead early. Needing to maintain that possession. Try and get a little bit of rally. And another point for Harlingen High School. It's now 8-14. We'll be back at Real Sports Live in just one moment.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
And increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez injury attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others...
Welcome back to Real Sports Live. Had a bit of an issue, but we're back on, and Julie Bryant gets it over the net, and the point will go to, let's see, I believe it'll go to to Brownsville Rivera. Got confused. I had Donna last night. When the Cardinals became victorious 66-6 over Donna North, and the Cardinals add another point to their lead last night. I was at Bogus Stadium getting ready for next week's game. And here we go. A little bit of some confusion, and here we go. We have a timeout, and we'll be right back with Real Sports Live in just a moment.
For victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases, because we still believe in justice for all. Jay Gonzalez.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat.
look for the Blue Building and the Blue Shrimp Boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Fort Mansfield, Texas.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Finn.
It's now 24-20. As Rivera gets ready to serve. See if we can have a little bit of a rally for Rivera. It is 21-24. And see if Rivera's game point for Harlingen High School as he gets set up. Destiny there, Julie dominant in the middle, and that's going to win the set for the Cardinals, and they're going to be victorious in game one. Game two in just a few moments here in Real Sports Live, okay?
Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced. North Sam Houston, San Benito.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. Jay Gonzalez.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road.
Welcome back to Real Sports Live, and we've got game number 2 on your way. Harlingen leads 1-0 in the best of 5 sets. And the Cardinals will get that point and lead 1-0 in set number 2. Cardinals taking game 1, doing something they don't really do last week against in Bird Bowl. Harlingen South took game 1 and lost 3 straight and lost in 4 sets to the Cardinals as Rivera ties it up 1-1. But last week it was just a really good game watching the Cardinals and their dominance. Harlingen South was great as well. But here we go. Getting it over the net. Nicely done. Here you go. And Julie Bryant, using her size and athleticism, her quickness. She gets up high off of the ground. Uses her strong arm in perfect spots. Nicely done there. Getting over the net. Here we go in game number 2. Some difficulty at the net. Cardinals try and rebound. And the Cardinals now lead 3-1. And here we go. That's going to be in, and the Cardinals will take a... They're going to give the point to Rivera there. That looked from my angle that I was in, but it was out. It's 3-2. Rivera trying to tie it up here in game 2. In the back end, Julie. Nicely done and set up there. And the Cardinals will add to their lead, leading 4-2. Some substitutions for the Cardinals. And here we go, 4-2, Harlingen High School. Serving it off as barely getting it right over the net, hitting the net actually, but continued to drive it. It is now 4-3. And the Cardinals will take another lead. Nice little trickery there. Looked like number 30 was going to get it, but that's in for the Cardinals. They extend their lead 6-3.
Blue Building and the Blue Shrimp Boats, Laguna Madre Baits, 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite.
Here comes Rivera getting it over the net. Nicely done there. And the back end. Here comes 30 with the hard hit, and that was Rivera. Cutting the lead to 6-4. Serving for Rivera, number 15. Up and over. Destiny setting up there at the bottom, and that's going to be out, and a point goes to the Cardinals. Excuse me, Rivera. Now 6-5. Destiny in the back end. That's going to be out, and Cardinals will add to their 7-5 lead. A little bit of a correction. Well tied up at 6 in game number 2, and the Rivera is going to take their first lead here in game 2. And we have a timeout with Real Sports Live. We'll be back after the break.
Collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on...
Welcome back to Real Sports Live, as the Cardinals will now tie it here in game number 2. 7-7. Getting ready to set it up there nicely. He's going to get over the net. And they put it in as Rivera is going to take the lead, 8-7. And nicely hit there over the net. As the Cardinals tie it here in game number 2, 8-8. Pretty evenly matched matchup here. Here we go. Destiny gets it over the net to Bryant. Bryant excessive over the net, but Number 30 will take care of that one. Over the net, back to the Cardinals, back over to Rivera, back to the Cardinals. Destiny's going to set up Julie, but she's just going to hit it right over the net and just trying to get it over to continue the possession. And Rivera will take another lead after it tips off Bryant's hand. She didn't have the best angle on that one. But that's okay. I like the resilience from Harlingen High School. But if you're Brownsville Rivera, you need to flirt with a bigger lead here towards the end. And trying to open this thing up in game number 2. As the Cardinals tie it up, that's something that's been Rivera's struggle, trying to get out. Here we go. And the Cardinals will add to their lead. It is now 10-9 Harlingen High School. Here we go. Destiny getting it over the net, and successfully she does as well. And Rivera ties it up. If I'm Rivera and I want to get like a 4 or 5 point lead around the 18 and 19 mark, so maybe now try and stretch this lead would be really nice for Brownsville. Rivera gets it over the net, and that's going to be nicely hit there by Cassandra. And they're going to get it over the net and get ready for Destiny. Julie's going to hit it. Bryant. Here we go. Destiny's going to set up Bryant for the hit. And they're going to continue the possession. We have a rally here. Here we go. Destiny's going to get ready. Serve it up and over the net. And that's nicely done there. See if we can set up a spike here. But that's unsuccessful. And that's going to go out of bounds. And Harlingen High School will add to their lead. And now lead 12-10 as the Brownsville Rivera is only down 1 point. And we have a timeout. We'll be right back with Real Sports Live in just a moment.
Where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, J. Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. J. Gonzalez.
Here we go. Welcome back to Harlingen, Texas, and Harlingen Cardinals Stadium. As the Cardinals get ready to serve, they have an 11-10 lead over Rivera. And let's see if one thing that Rivera needs to do is get a little bit of a sizable lead to try and win here in game 2 and tie it up. And 1 game apiece. That's going to be hit off the net and couldn't get the right read on that ball. And it's now a 2-point lead for the Cardinals. Now 12-10. And for the Cardinals, this is where you want to attack. Right now, the Lady Raiders having a little bit of a difficult time and just getting their flow in. And Bryant's going to get it up and over the net. and try to set something up. Destiny's going to set up Brian at the top of the screen, and that's going to be nicely done to the back end to just keep that possession alive. But nicely done by Rivera. Kind of caught Harlingen off guard on that one, and that's where as we get ready here. A little bit of communication on the court. I believe they're going to talk about some substitution that they made. And we're going to get that situated and we'll go get a little bit of a game summary. Brownsville Rivera came out strong early, 4-0 lead, and that went away really fast when the Cardinals went on an 8-5 run. Tied it up around 10 in the first set, and then it's all from there. The Cardinals kind of dominated and took game one 25-21. The Raiders kind of hung around there for a bit, but the Lady Raiders weren't able to win game two, now only down 1 point in game one. As we're going to still go over a little bit of things here as they communicating a little bit of an issue, but we are going to have a timeout, and we'll be right back with Real Sports Live after the timeout, and we'll bring you back.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases.
Welcome back to Real Sports Live. As there was a little bit of a miscommunication, a little bit of an issue on the court. It took a long time out for the refs and on the scores table. They're still talking about what's going to happen, but the Cardinals are looking to get set, but the score is flipped. Harlingen Cardinals are now down 1, 11-12, as they flip the score, but we're still waiting the pending call as they keep switching people in and out. And we're getting set. As you can see, as I motion to the Cardinals side, and here comes the ref again in the middle. And looks like they're going to take this thing back to the scores table and just continue talking about it. I'm not too sure what's happening, but out on the court, I'm trying to get an idea of what's happening. But I can't quite understand what's happening. One thing that I can tell is that's a little bit of an issue with the substitutions. As they're trying to match each other's scorebook. It looks like Brian's going to check back in, and number 10 is going to check out. We wait for calling for. We're going to go back to another commercial break. And here in just a moment, depending on whether the outcome or whether what happens next. And it looks like they're going to take it back to the scores table, but they're going to head back, and we're going to start playing volleyball here again in Harlingen Gymnasium. Couldn't quite understand the communication on that one, but here we go. We're back. And we're back here at Harlingen High School, getting set up. Destiny's going to set up Brian at the top of your screen. She's usually on the bottom. And quickly, Harlingen High School ties it up at 12 apiece. This game has been a game of momentum for both squads, as Brian's going to check out for the Cardinals. And here comes Lady Cardinals serving it. Nice jump and nicely done over the net. Save in the back end. He gets it over and communicating with the Cardinals. Destiny's going to get it over the net. 15-30. And Rivera's going to take the lead. 13-12. Good sizable crowd here today for Rivera. A lot of passionate fans about their team, staying loud. And the Cardinals have a good size of fans on their side. And the Cardinals will tie it up at 13 apiece. And get ready to serve. Over the net, and here we go. And that's going to hit the net, and the point's going to go to Brownsville Rivera. And here comes Brownsville Rivera leading by 1. This is a perfect opportunity for them to kind of go away with it, as Destiny's going to set up at the bottom, and the net's going to hit the net, and all of a sudden Rivera leading by 2 points here in game number 2, losing the first set. Losing the first set. And that ball went out, and Rivera's now going to lead by 3 points. Now 16-13. This is the lead I was talking about for Rivera that they needed with some momentum. Try and take that lead here in game number 2 as they're going to get over the net. And the Cardinals add a point of their own. It's now 14-16. But the Cardinals will now serve and try and cut into the Rivera lead. They get set up here, and here we go. Try and just get it over the net. Hit it over, and they perfectly did so. Destiny in the back end. Up, and that looked to be out, but it went off the hands of number 10. It is now a 1-point lead for Rivera. So if you're Rivera, you need a couple points here. Try to open it up. Cardinals, quick 2 points. They're only down 1 now, and the Cardinals serving with momentum. Trying to set it up there in the back, and you're going to set it up and get it right over the net and continuation of play. Destiny's going to get ready to set up at the bottom there, and Rivera will add a point of their own. It is now 17-15 here in game number 2. (17-15) in game number 2. Brownsville up 17-15, getting it over the net, and here we go for this possession. Back at top of your screen, they're going to set it up there. Rivera try and get it over the net. Nicely done there and hit by Cassie at the bottom of your screen. They're going to hit the net, and the point's going to go to Rivera. It is now 18-15, and this is the lead that I was talking about that Rivera needs in order to try and take game 2. They had a sizable lead. The Cardinals came back and added 2 points, and here we go. Let's see if the Cardinals can rally back. And they start with a nice first possession there. It is now 16-18 as the Cardinals add a point of their own. A little bit of substitutions. Julie comes in for the Cardinals. And serving is Harlingen. Get ready here in game number 2. 18-16 Rivera. Up and over the net. Nice hit there, but nicely contained by the Cardinals. And that's going to be a nice hit by Julie, but nicely contained by Rivera. Julie falling to the floor there, but nicely done to continue the possession. Cassie getting it over the net and trying to set something up here for Rivera. Nice rally we have here at Harlingen High School. Rivera setting it up at the top of your screen, trying to get it up and over the net. Julie does exactly that, and it's going to be out of bounds. And Rivera's going to lead by 3 now, 19-16, and they only need 6 points to win the game. It is now best to 6. Excuse me. Cardinals need 9, and Rivera needs 6 points to try and win the game. Trying to figure it out mathematically. It fell short, but the Cardinals will add to their deficit. It is now 17-19. What I was reiterating to is that Brownsville Rivera only needs 6 points to win game number 2, and the Cardinals need 8 points. So you got to make a little rally here. If you're the Cardinals, you want to game number 2 and prevent a tying game, and that's going to be hit hard, and Rivera is going to add on to their lead. Is now 20-17. Only needing 5 points to win game number 2 and tie it up here in Harlingen. A little bit of a game summary so far in game number 2. It's been back and forth. Had a big 5-minute pause there in the middle of game number 2. because of all of the uncertainty of what was going on out on the court. And Julie Bryant couldn't get a good angle on that one. And her teammates pick her up really fast, and she's been excellent. And the body language for the Cardinals trying to get ready to try and come back and win this game here in game number 2. But Destiny's going to set up Julie in the middle. Julie's just going to hit it over, not too hard, but nice and gently, just to try and sneak it in there, but unsuccessful. Julie this time used her long arms, and the Cardinals are now down 5 points. Their biggest deficit in the game is now 22-17, and the Raiders are only 3 points away from winning game number 2 and tying it here in Harlingen after falling short in game number 1, 25-21. And the Cardinals are at a point of their own, and now 18-22. Only down 4. This is where you start if you're Harlingen. You don't want to let them get to like around 23, 24. Keep around 22 and see if you can attack from here as they get ready to serve and trying to get some momentum. But Rivera's going to have something to say about that as they're going to spike it. Not hard enough, but at the bottom of your screen, Julie's going to hit the net. One thing that I've noticed is Bryant hasn't been getting the right reads on her jumps the last 2-3 times, leaving her kind of short of the net. But she's doing a great job as she just takes a hard hit there. And Rivera is 1 point away of winning game number 2 and tying this series at 1 game apiece here in Harlingen. Here we go, game point for Rivera. The Cardinals need 6 points to tie it up here in game number 2. We got a rally going here in Harlingen. Julie at the top of your screen, she's going to sneak in there, and Harlingen comes within 1 point away of getting closer and trying to get closer into this game number 2. Bryant's going to check out of the game for Harlingen. Substitutions coming in, number 3 and number 12. Back to serve for Harlingen. Up and over the net, and successful as she is. Up and over the net. It's going to try and sneak it in there, but unsuccessful. Destiny is going to have a hard hit, and that's going to be continuation of plays. That hit the top of the gym, and the Harlingen High School coach is vividly upset, and Harlingen wins game, Brownsville wins game number 2, and we're all tied up here. It's 25-19. We'll be back with Real Sports Live in 3 minutes.
Justice for all.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats. Laguna Madre Baits, 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you, Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
An increase of 169 cases of
Starting it up. Welcome back to Real Sports Live as Harlingen with a good sizable good lead here. (2-1) Harlingen, and they add another point. It is now 3-1. Here come the Cardinals. As Bryant's going to try and get it up and over the net, and is successful. Win off the hands of Brownsville. Rivera is now 4-1. This is a key set for both teams, as the winner of this set will kind of have momentum, and a winner take sort of a elimination game in game number 4. As we are in the third set, and the Cardinals with a 4-2 lead. This is a big set because whoever wins this set could potentially win it in game number 4. But whoever wins this set will try, whoever loses this set will try and force a game number 5 that is the best of 15. The last set is always the best of 15. Destiny's getting to get ready. Bryant in the top, and she's going to hit it hard but out of bounds, and Rivera will bring it into 1. And is now tied up 4-4. We've got an interesting game number 3 here. It's been back and forth. It's just going to come out to who potentially just rises up to the occasion, as both these squads are playing really well. volleyball, getting it over the net. That's perfectly done there. Just trying to get it over the net, but hit the net at the top. And Bryant will try and serve it, and a little bit of a miscue there, and Brownsville-Rivera will come up big there, and try and do it again, and they do. Brownsville-Rivera showing a lot of perseverance here in game number 3. Bryant in the back end trying to get it down there, but is unsuccessful, and we have a rally here. Bryant kind of slipped off her hands. Kind of one thing I noticed is that Brownsville-Rivera's kind of trying to gain some momentum any way they can, and doing a nice job there. Now lead 5-4 after trailing 3-1 in game number 3. And Harlingen will tie it up with the ball hitting the net there. It's now 5-5 in game number 3. And the refs will go and talk about it as Brownsville-Rivera coach is asking for some explanation on that call. And the Cardinals will get the point, as they are happy about that one. And we wait for the call. Here we go. We've got a good game here in game 3. Crowd's getting loud. And we've got a 5-5 game here. Here we go, getting ready for the serve, or the Cardinals, 5-5, game number 3, here we go. Getting it over the net nicely, and a little bit of a, went off the hands, but in the wrong direction. Couldn't get the nice set there, couldn't get her feet set for that one. Is now 6-5 Cardinals. Here we go in game number 3. And out of bounds, and Cardinals now lead 7-5.
I think I'm going to stay for the basketball. You don't have to. If you can, that's fine.
And Brownsville will now add on to their lead. We'll cut into the lead 7-6. Cardinals leading over the net. Here we go, Destiny. And the Cardinals will now lead 8-6. And both teams winning one set apiece. This is a big game 3 for both squads. Getting ready to get set. And that's going to hit the net, and Brownsville-Rivera will add a point of their own. We've got basketball action after this game right here at 3 o'clock. We've got Harlingen High School and Laredo coming into town for a 3 o'clock tip-off. First basketball action in the RGV for me this year. Destiny getting set at the bottom. Getting ready, and the Cardinals now lead 9-7. And the Cardinals are now with a 10-7 lead. Brownsville-Rivera, if you're the coaching staff trying to figure out how you want to open this game up, for the Cardinals, you have to just keep going. and doing what you're doing, trying to find open spaces on the court for Rivera. And nice set there. Just trying to sneak it up and over the net. And here we go. All good there. Destiny's going to set up. And that's going to hit inside. And is now 11-7. And we have a timeout here. We'll be right back with Real Sports Live in just one moment.
Continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez injury attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. Jay Gonzalez.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite.
Welcome back to Real Sports Live as we've got a good game here in game number 3. Series tied at 1 game apiece. And it is now 11-8, and Rivera adds a point onto the board. Here we go, the Cardinals getting ready to receive it from the tip, and Rivera will add another point. It's a 2-0 run for Rivera. And the Cardinals add on to their lead. It is now 12-9. Here we go. The Cardinals add another point. It's now 13-9. If you're Harlingen High School, you want to keep chipping away and try and gain a sizable lead. They down lead by 4. Getting ready to serve for the Cardinals. Back there, number 5. And here we go. Up and over the net. They're successful. Getting ready. Hard hit. Nicely done by Rivera. Doing a great job of using that. Nice spin there off of the ball. And it's now 13-10. Thank you for tuning in today on Real Sports Live, wherever you may be watching. Reyna on the broadcast from Harlingen High School. It's 14-10. Harlingen up. Shortly after this game, bring to you around a 3 o'clock tip-off. Laredo and Harlingen High School will get together and play first basketball action here at 3 o'clock. Get ready to tune in for that one as we have RGV basketball back. It's been a long year for everybody in 2020 on unknown and uncertainty, everything that's going on in our world right now. And it's just good to have some sports on deck, doing a lot of double headers. We got a double header today. Like I said, we've got a basketball game after this. And Rivera sneak it in the back in the end of the court. if you haven't noticed, Harlingen High School has brand new flooring and cording and padding in the back. And so does Harlingen South. I was there last week when I covered the Bird Bowl when Harlingen High School came victorious. But Harlingen CISD did a great job of renovating all these new courts and making it look a lot better. A lot of renovation, new ceilings over the summer, and it looks beautiful here. It is now 15-12. And Rivera gets ready to serve it. It's now 15-12. Destiny's going to set up Bryant in the middle. Up and over the net, but nicely contained by Rivera. Destiny's going to try and set up Bryant again at the bottom of your screen. Nicely done there by Rivera to contain her. They've done a really great job of containing Julie, who's an outstanding volleyball player, uses her athleticism and size. And Julie's going to get it there. Destiny's going to try and set up Bryant at the top. And that's going to get out. And Rivera, all of a sudden, trying to gain some momentum. They're doing a really great job of that. It is now 15-13. They were down 13-9. Now it's only a 2-point game. And we've got good volleyball action here in Harlingen. Bryant up over the net. Nicely done there by Rivera to kind of contain it. Rivera. And Rivera will now lead 16-13. They'll bring it with a 1-point game, 15-14, Real Sports Live. We'll be back after the commercial break.
Collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child.
Welcome back to Real Sports Live as the Cardinals have officially tied it here in game number 3, 15-15. Excuse me, got my scores mixed up, 16-14. They had changed it on our scoreboard here. And here we go. In the back end, the Cardinals aren't able to get that one. It is now 16-15. And here comes the Cardinals. One thing I noticed, Rivera brought out a good size of fans here, carrying their Raider pride from Brownsville. It is now 16-15, and there's a little bit of a communication error again. As we get ready to serve off, excuse me. Here we go. Rivera serving it to the Cardinals. Destiny gets set. Bryant's just going to nicely just float it up and over the net. And we're all tied here. 16 apiece. It's a big pivotal game for either squad. Winner will be on the verge of winning it all, and the loser will be on the verge of elimination. Trying to get it set and over the net. Destiny's getting ready. Bryant in the bottom. And she does get it over, but tipped off the hands of number 15, then went out of bounds. 17-16 for the Cardinals. Here comes Rivera getting set, and here we go. In the back end. Dirty, up and over, getting ready. Destiny gets it up, hands it to her teammate and gets it up and over. We have a rally here. Nice hit, but that's going to go off the net. Couldn't quite get the nice leverage that she would have liked on that one. Getting up and over the net. Is now 17-17 here in game number 3. Here we go. And couldn't quite understand that one. I'm pretty sure it was just the way she came up with that ball. As Rivera now leads 18-17. And here we go. Destiny's going to nicely hit it there. Rivera. And Harlingen will tie it up. 18-18. Here we go. Big game number 3 here. District play at Harlingen. Here we go. Nice serve up and over the net. Destiny. And gets it over the Cardinals. Trying to set something up is Rivera. Nicely done there. Finding the open hole. As we now have an 18-19 lead for Brownsville. Getting ready to serve. Here we go. Setting up at the bottom. Hits the net, but continues over and rolls in favor of the Cardinals. Destiny has been setting up her teammates all game. We have a nice rally here. Here we go. Up and over the net, and it's good. Puts it in the corner. And Rivera now 5 points away from winning game number 3. Rivera tying it up in game number 2. Now leading 20-18 in game number 3. Trying to take game 3 and a verge of winning this game in game number 4. That's coming up right after game number 3. And here we go. Big pivotal moment in this game. Setting it up at the top of the screen, getting it open over the net. Are the Cardinals spike there, and it's good. 21-18 lead for Rivera, and they're starting to run away with it here in game number 3. We have a timeout, and we'll be right back with Real Sports Live in just one moment after the break.
Academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD. Excellence is our tradition.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. Jay Gonzalez.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Bates.
Welcome back to Real Sports Live, and we've got some good volleyball action. Rivera now leading 21-18 as they try and extend it here in game number 3. Getting it over the net. Nice dive there by the Cardinals. Here we go. Getting set and just getting it over the net. Try and set something up here after the Cardinals go ahead and spike it. Getting it set here. Here we go. Getting up over the net in continuation of play. Nicely done by the Cardinals to continue that possession. We have a rally here. Spiking it over the net. And Rivera now with a 4-point lead here at Harlingen in game number 3. 3 points to a potential game 3 victory and leading 2 games to 1 in this 5-game set. 22-18, Cardinals down. Here we go. Raiders setting something up. Nicely done by the Cardinals to continue that one. Destiny at the bottom of your screen is going to set up at the net. It is now 23-18, and Rivera sort of running away with it here in game number 3. Here we go. Here come the Cardinals getting it up and over the net as Brownsville Rivera will try and set something up here. That's going to hit the net, and the Cardinals are now down only 4. Still going to have to make a run here in game number 3. But here we go. And that's going to be out, and Rivera is at game point, 1 point away from winning here in game number 3. 24-19. Rivera getting ready to serve. Here we go. Nice serve there, getting it up and over the net. Harlingen trying to set something up at the right of your screen. Just continuing the possession is Rivera. Destiny's going to set up number 5 at the bottom. That's going to be hit at the net, and a continuation of play. Nicely done at the top of your screen for the win. It's good! Brownsville Rivera wins game number 3, and they're 1 win away from winning this set, and Harlingen Cardinals on the verge of losing game number 4. We'll be right back with Real Sports Live after the 3-minute timeout.
2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid. Outdoor apparel, drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past? First pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission.
Welcome back to Real Sports Live as we've got game number 4 on deck. Brownsville Rivera leading 2-1. A potential winner-take-all here. Here we go in game number 4. Cardinals start with the serve, and Brownsville Rivera tried to set something up. And Brownsville Rivera with a 1-0 lead here in game number 4. This set is best of 25. If there is a potential game number 5, it'll be best of 15, which the Cardinals will have to make sure they try and extend it to game number 5 if they want to win it here. And Bryant in the middle. Nice hit there, but Rivera did a nice job of containing that one. Here we go. Bryant. And we're all tied up at 1 game apiece here. 1-1. Here we go. Rivera fell short of the net on that one, and Harlingen High School now leads 2 points to 1 as they get ready to serve it here. Up and over the net. Bryant hits the net, but nice job by Rivera to contain that one. In the back end by number 5 was there. Bryant. 30. Puts it in. Tie game. 2-2. In game number 4. Rivera getting ready to serve. Rivera leads 2-1 on the Cardinals. The Cardinals winning the first set 25-21 with a slim lead there, and then back-to-back sets. The Cardinals losing 25-19, 25-19. Trying to win it here in game number 4 and not let it to get to a winner-take-all game number 5 that I know that the Cardinals have at the back of their mind, but they have to win this game in order to force a game 5, and Brian will have something to say about that as she gets it right into the proper corner. It is now 3-3. Here we go. Getting it set, and Rivera will add a point of their own. Now leading 4-3. Going to give you a game recap here in just a moment. But right now, I want to thank everyone for tuning in today to Real Sports Live. We've had a great broadcast. Everything's come together real nicely. We've had good volleyball action. But now talking things over, relaying some things from the referee to the players. But here we go, and the Cardinals will answer quickly, 4-4. Here we go, 4-4. The Cardinals trying to extend here in game number 4. Trying to serve it up and over the net, and they're successful with that one. Here we go. And that's going to come to the area where I'm at, and Brownsville Rivera will now lead 5-4. Real Sports Live is on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of the above. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to get alerted every time we go live on the air to bring you all volleyball, football, basketball action across the Rio Grande Valley. Subscribe to Real Sports Live on Instagram. It is now 5-5. 6-5, the Cardinals added a point. Here we go. 6-5. And nice hit at the net, but Rivera will tie it up here. Quick 6-6. Here we go. Brownsville Rivera getting ready to serve to potentially take the lead here in game number 4. Destiny's going to set up behind her, and that's going to be out of bounds. And Rivera here we go. 7-6 lead for Rivera. That's going to be hit at the net. And the point will go to Rivera. 6-8 lead for the visiting Raiders. Here we go. Destiny getting set up at the bottom of your screen. She's going to try and get that one over, but nicely done by Rivera and that's going to be behind. Destiny's just going to get a great job of getting that over. Nice hit there. And sneaking it in for Brownsville Rivera. We had a rally there. Was just about to point it out, but things got interesting, and I was going to wait for the call. Now 9-6 for Brownsville Rivera. So trying to open it up here in game number 4 and win it. Here we go. Out of bounds. 10-6 lead for Rivera. Trying to open things up, and we have a timeout. We'll be right back with Real Sports Live after the commercial break.
And empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. Jay Gonzalez.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for...
Welcome back to Real Sports Live as Brownsville Rivera takes a big solid 11-6 lead, 5-point lead for Rivera, dominating on all cylinders of this volleyball game. After losing game number 1, they've been dominant, and that's going to hit the net and is a 6-point lead for Brownsville Rivera. 12-6. Cardinals not making it easy, but in the past 2 sets, but now it's kind of opening up for Rivera. See what the Cardinals can do and try and minimize the damage. That's going to hit the net. Here we go at the top. Spiking it. Nice job by number 5 to get it nice and over the net. Here we go. Rivera in the back end. Destiny hits the net, and Rivera opening the gates here early. 13-6 lead for Brownsville Rivera. Thirteen to 6. Here we go. And that's going to get in 14-6. Brownsville Rivera doing a great job of just finding the right holes. Cardinals not giving up as they shouldn't. Saw them last week against Harlingen South. Was down all of those sets. Ended up winning all of them, except the first one, but they were down a lot in that game. And the Cardinals will bring it back to a 7-point lead for Rivera. 14-7 here, Real Sports Live from Harlingen, Texas. Thank you for tuning in today, wherever you may be watching. It's been a fun one. Reeve, Reyna on the broadcast today. And in about an hour or so, after the conclusion of this game, we'll have a break. And at 3 o'clock, we'll bring you Rio Grande Valley basketball is back in the RGV. Harlingen Cardinals against Laredo. 14-8. Excuse me, I thought I saw 1 there on the board. Got a little bit confused there. Bryant. Nice job there of containing it, or Rivera, and that's going to go off the hands of Destiny. And now Rivera all of a sudden 10 points away from winning it here in game number 4. After watching the first set, I thought it was going to be a little bit difficult for Brownsville Rivera to win this game. But they've come out with a lot of brilliant play calling and everything that they've been doing, and that's going to slip in there, and 16-8. Brownsville Rivera doing a great job throughout this game. And not set for the Cardinals. A little bit of a miscue there, and all of a sudden Rivera with a nice lead, 9-point lead opening up here in Harlingen. Here we go. Setting it up. Bryant in the back end. See if they can get it over, and they do successfully. Nice save there. Destiny to Bryant. Bryant. See if they can hit it over the net. And that's going to hit the net. Exactly. It's a 10-point lead for Rivera, 18-8. And we have a timeout. We'll be back with Real Sports Live after the commercial break.
or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Fort Mansfield, Texas.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Welcome back to Real Sports Live as we've got a sizable 18-8 lead for Rivera, trying to close it out here in game number 4. And remember, after this, shortly about an hour after this broadcast, we'll be back here at 3 o'clock, tip-off for basketball and the RGV. Bryant in the back end, and nicely done there, cutting it to a 9-point lead. 18-9. Harlingen High School put themselves in a sizable deficit, but nothing that they can't come out of. And back-to-back points for the Cardinals, trying to gain a little bit of momentum, so down 8. Stoppage of play, going to go ahead and wipe down the court. As they get ready to serve it up and over the net. Nicely done there to die for that one. Trying to set it up there in the middle. And now it's a 19-10 lead, and Rivera starting to look like they might be the winners here in Harlingen. Here we go. Setting it up nicely, getting ready there. Bryant nicely getting it over the net. Rivera, see if they can set something up. Here we go. Bryant, nicely done there. It is now 11-9. Cardinals now going to serve. Here we go. And the point will go to Harlingen High School. Here we go. Bryant in the back end. And the Cardinals now within 7 points, 20-13. Lady Raiders trying to finish them off here in 4 games. Here comes. Nice hit, but that's going to be out, and it's a 14-20 game. The Cardinals kind of making a push towards the end, but let's see if it's enough. Here comes Destiny. And And the Harlingen High School is one loss away from losing here. Here we go, Harlingen High School. Getting it nice, open over the net. It is now 21-15. Making a push here, but let's see if it's enough. Brownsville Rivera only needing 4 to win this game. See if Rivera can finish it off here. The Cardinals getting ready to serve. Here we go. That's going to hit the net and fall short. Can be 22-15. Here come the Cardinals, and Brownsville Rivera is now only 2 points away from winning it here in game number 4. Trying to make a push. Here they come. Destiny. Alexa Gonzalez, nicely hit there. Getting it over is Rivera. Rivera, Destiny sending it up there. Here we go. That's going to fall short, but the Cardinals doing a nice job there. And here comes Alexa Gonzalez in the back. See if they can try and get closer and potentially force a game 5. And that's going to hit the net. That falls short. And Brownsville Rivera 1 point away from becoming victorious here in Harlingen. Here come the Rivera, here we go. Destiny's going to set up at the bottom of your screen. Trying to get it over. Rivera in the back end. The Cardinals trying to save it and try and win it. And Brownsville Rivera will come out victorious here in Harlingen, and they will win their third set and win this game in a 4-game set. 25-16 is your 4th set final. Going over the game recap in set number 1, 25-21 in the first set. Back-to-back sets of 25-19 victory for the Cardinals. And in game number 4, 25-16, the Cardinals fall short of to Rivera. We'll be back with Real Sports Live in about 1 hour for some basketball action. We'll be back in just 1 hour.